Good afternoon and welcome to Word of the Day. Tuesday, Christmas is creeping ever closer. Yesterday I was talking about the story of Mary and the Archangel Gabriel, and taking some comfort from the story. Today we're going to take Mary's story on a little further. As I said yesterday, forgive me this week. If there's a week in which we can talk Bible, then I think this is a good week for it. But we're going to take Mary's story on a bit further and just see from that story perhaps where we can get comfort, where it reflects and echoes from that history right into today. And we're going to look at the passage in Luke, which is often known as the Magnificat, which is Mary's song of praise. It's Luke 1 verses 46 to 56. And in essence, what's happening here is Mary's obviously been told that she's carrying a baby. She's told people close to her and around her, and she's kind of come to terms with that. And that must be a challenge in itself. But Mary then just does this amazingly mature thing. This is Mary, the peasant girl. Mary, the kind of relatively uneducated girl, but obviously a very godly girl. And what does she do? And in response to this situation, which many young women would find ridiculously traumatic, Mary sings to God. It's a beautiful, beautiful song of worship. And if we go through the song of worship, it starts. Mary says, "My soul magnifies the Lord, my spirit rejoices in God, my Saviour." But the important things then start to come out in this song. "For the Mighty One has done great things for me, and in his holy name, his mercy is for those who fear him from generation to generation. He has shown strength with his arm. He scattered the proud in the thoughts of their hearts. He's brought down the powerful from their thrones and lifted up the lowly. He has filled the hungry with good things and sent the rich away empty." I kind of got to thinking, well, these are big and important words coming out of Mary. Mary's not just having a conversation with God. Mary's not just saying, "I'm in awe and I'm grateful, God, for the fact that you've chosen me, and I'll take on this task willingly." Mary's response is basically built on a foundation of faith and knowledge. She's facing a massive challenge, but she faces that challenge head on because she knows the history and the stories of God. She knows how God's never let her people go, how God's been there throughout history, how God's he's defeated the wicked. He's lifted the lowly. Mary's kind of familiar with this, and her familiarity with the story of God's interaction with his people is something which is foundational on allowing her to cope with the situation that she's in. And I kind of wonder whether we'd find our situation just a little more, well, I don't even know what the right word is, but a little more easy to deal with if we were to focus and look back on the history of God, and in our case, Jesus' interaction with man. The fact he's never let us go. The fact of his sacrifice for us, the intensity of his love for us, and his promise never to let us go, never to let us be in that dark place again. Maybe it's time for us to, in order to try and see forward, we need to look back. When you're steering a ship, it's quite difficult sometimes. If you've ever done it, you'll know it's quite difficult sometimes because you kind of can't tell whether you're going straight. There's no road to follow. But the only way in which you know you're travelling straight is to look behind you and you'll see the wake. And if you're good, the wake will be straight. And if you're not so good, the wake will be kind of all over the place. Maybe we can take this leaf out of Mary's book, this sign from Mary, that in order for us to confront and to pass through this time of challenge, because we will pass through it, we perhaps need to look back. And in looking back, we can see that our path is straight. Path is straight with Jesus. And therefore, we can be sure that that path will be straight going forward. Something to think about. I'll be back with you tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. Stay safe. God bless.